Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the RealTalk podcast. We're here, we're vibing. It's been a minute. I've had like 2 weeks to do, so what you been up to? What's been happening the past 2 weeks?
The last one was Brins, right? No, it was the one before that, right?
Nah, we did one just us two after
Yeah.
Brins, yeah.
Yeah. Since that time, got driving license.
Oh yeah, shit.
That wasn't too long ago. That was about
Well,
2 weeks
I
ago.
think we should talk about that experience.
The
for you,
experience.
like your test. What was your test like?
You know what? I got quite lucky. Because the test is about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Make you do different bunch of stuff. I got quite lucky because just before we got to a road which was a national limit, but it's just a quite narrow road.
Yeah.
A van pulled out in front of me, and he was going like 35 miles an hour, so I could just chill back
That's actually sick, you know.
for like 20 minutes. That's what I did.
That's really lucky.
Helping.
like-
But what I would say is that you're meant to have a emergency stop once in every 4 candidates or once every 5 candidates, right?
Yeah.
I did 2 tests in my life. Both tests I had to do an emergency stop.
Both of them you had
Yeah.
to do it.
But
I passed on my third time, so I had 3 tests. I didn't get any.
yeah.
I was gassed. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, well, to be fair,
Most
like,
nerve-wracking part.
I mean, they both asked me, but so my first test and my second test, they both asked me, can you, pull your window down and up?
Yeah.
So that was very easy. And then, second test was very easy, so I should have passed, and I did.
Yeah,
so-
you did yours in a different location to the first one, right?
Yeah, so it's mostly because of availability, because the first location that I did it in, which is Crawley, you cannot get any tests. I mean, the earliest
You actually
test you can
can't.
get right now is in like December.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
It's nuts. I mean, even for me, like I struggled to get a test last year. Like it was just backlogged so much through COVID. Look, it just fucked up the rest of
Yeah.
the test for the next like couple of years. I mean, even yours, like COVID was how long ago, and it's still
Yeah,
like
3 years ago.
showing the consequences. Of
Yeah,
company
I think it's
driving.
also because I heard through talking to the actually the examiner whilst I
Yeah.
was doing the test, because why not?
Yeah.
And he was telling me how Crawley they have like half of the staff that the second place where I went to
Oh
had.
yeah.
And Crawley's
Yeah,
such a
yeah.
much bigger place, so therefore, to even get a test, you'd be lucky.
Crawley's messed up with driving tests. Like, it's only got like a 30% pass rate as well.
Yeah, it's the roundabouts.
Whereas
Mate.
you did yours in
Burgess Hill.
Hill,
Yeah,
and Burgess Hill got like a 70% pass rate.
I think it's just be like 65, something like that. But
Yeah.
it's still decent. It's just a little town, and they make you go in those country roads, like I said. But I got quite lucky. Got behind a van, just did 30 the whole time.
That is mental because realistically, your driving test you have 40 minutes, right? If you're stuck in traffic, they don't make you go over that 50 minutes.
I don't think.
If you're stuck in traffic, well, from what I've heard, say I was literally bumper to bumper the whole test, and then I get back to the centre.
Yeah.
As long as I've done that test safely, you pass.
Yeah. So it wasn't, I guess, in traffic because I was still moving. The only thing was because it was national speed limit. They probably, if there was no van in front of me, which was dictating my speed, because
Yeah.
if they're going 35, I need to go like 30, right? So if that van wasn't in front of me, they would expect me to go at least like 45.
Yeah, true.
Which
yeah.
would be a bit harder. You have to be a bit more focused. So I got a bit lucky with that, I'd say.
That's nuts. I mean, you passed your test. I mean, you didn't pass the first time, but best drivers don't pass first time. That's what I keep hearing. I feel like I'm a good driver, and I pass third time.
Yeah, I mean,
Safe.
but that's like because you drive every day now. You drive every day.
Yeah.
So.
But let's talk about insurance. Holy, that
Yeah.
is nuts.
It's very expensive. I think right now it's so expensive because, well, it has to because it's summertime. It's,
Yeah.
it just got summertime, so people more likely to get to pass their test, therefore get the new cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't need a car right now. I'd say I drive my dad's car legally. So if I do need to drive somewhere and it's available,
Yeah.
I can do that.
I've got you're gonna like this question, right? So, insurance for cars is sexist. A man pays more insurance than a woman because men are more dangerous drivers.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, I do work in a car insurance,
That's facts.
motor insurance company, and I mean it's true though, isn't it? Like
It is true, but I thought you would have like a type of take on it because you're that type of guy to like, get the controversial things going.
But if it's true, if it's actually like the root fact inside of it is actually true,
Yeah.
then I have no problem with that, because obviously, I mean, if it
It's
wasn't true, then obviously I would have a bit of a problem, But it is true, so fair enough. Like it's our fault technically.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's true, but it's kind of annoying.
We are better drivers and safer drivers, yet we have more crashes
Yeah,
than
what?
girls. So you tell me how that works.
That is funny. But yeah, insurance is through the roof at the moment. I think I paid when I got my new car, it was like 1,100, and you're telling me the cheapest you can find for this Citroen is like
Fuck,
$3,000. That's
well, yeah, about
crazy.
$2,500, $2,000, and it's like with putting all the right details. Putting my dad, who's been driving for like 25 years
Named
plus,
driver, yeah.
as a second name driver. Yeah,
That's
So-
bonkers. I can't like you. The insurance is $3,000, but you can pay for a car for like £500. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
don't make sense.
yeah.
Like,
So what I did, my dad's car. So I just did an example, right?
yeah.
So my dad's car's value is 250 quid, which is nothing, right?
Yeah,
I could buy 20 of those.
You're rolling around in a dinger.
Exactly. And how I'm getting quotes for 3K for my dad's car, whose value is
Yeah.
250. I guess it's more unreliable and it's more likely to break down. Therefore, I'm gonna need some assistance.
and it is because you're a new driver as well.
Yeah.
That's one of the main things.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of tips for you guys. For someone that works in an insurance company. So basically, obviously, when you get your driving license, it's gonna be through the roof.
Whoa.
Um,
Man's balls ain't dropped yet. Crikey.
But when you turn 21, you get your first little drop in price.
Yeah.
And then when you turn 25, you get another drop in price, and then it starts going, obviously with no claims, with a record
Yeah,
of
because
no
my
claims.
dad pays like £100 for the year.
Yeah, same. My dad pays that much.
It's crazy, really.
Um,
Thing is, if I had to buy a phone, I don't have to get insurance. But if you can literally buy a £500 car, yeah, and you still have to pay £3,000 insurance, right?
Yeah, it's legal.
But if I buy a £1,000 phone, I don't have to get insurance.
Well, because it's
I know, obviously, your life is in hell of a lot more danger.
and someone else's life.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why the legal requirements are third party insurance.
Well, I don't have to have insurance to ride a bike. That's quite dangerous.
I think you do.
What? I can't. You're telling me like I have to have insurance to
No, a
get
bicycle.
on my bike? Yeah. A
Oh
bicycle.
no, I thought you were talking about
They
motorbikes.
get run over a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, well, I mean, like 5-year-olds ride bicycles, isn't it? So you can't really ask 5-year-olds to get insurance as well.
you got to pay £3,000 to ride your bike.
Well, but this like nowadays we get to a point where there's so we're looking to go on holidays. We
Yeah,
already
yeah.
booked a holiday, right? There's so much type of insurance. There's health insurance, especially in America. There's travel
Travel
insurance,
insurance,
there's
yeah.
car insurance, home insurance, life insurance.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I mean, let's be real. If you want all of that insurance, that's like more than half of your paycheck, just to have
crazy.
insurance.
Just have insurance. That's just if something goes wrong.
Exactly.
If you crash your car, if you die.
And then add on taxes that you have to pay.
Oh, mate.
You're getting like 2 quid. 2
Mate,
quid.
Taxes. What? The government, can they just not print more money?
You know.
Why do we have to pay tax?
Well,
Well, the
obviously-
government are the ones that print the money.
Yeah, but if you print more money, it becomes less valuable.
And?
Well, then.
Still keep things at the same price still. Just the government have more money to build hospitals to build.
Well, yeah, but you can't do that. You can't, like, economically, you can't keep something the same price if there's more money.
What? Okay. Say the government were to print an extra £1 billion.
Yeah.
What are you saying the main big consequences are?
Inflation.
Yeah, but they don't have to raise the prices of things
No, but
if they don't want to.
but that's the thing.
But like, I'm saying
go-
£1 billion. That £1 billion they can use to build a new hospital, to pay the NHS more.
Okay,
You
so
know what
for
I'm saying?
something like that, it can never be done privately. So even if a government does that, there has to be a record and a public record of it.
Oh yeah.
If there's a public record, that means the business. So let's say for the army, they want to use an extra 100 million for the army, right?
Yeah.
The people who supply army gear, so like guns, cars, all of that, they will know that they have more money, so they will raise the prices. So it's impossible for no one to
for the
know.
business to make more money.
Yeah.
And then
'Cause
okay.
you-
Yeah,
you-
that makes sense. You know what? Yeah, that's smart. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
But
You can't just like get bailed.
he's getting billed. Yeah, it's nuts. It's
You can't escape the matrix. Tell you.
literally. What's happened with Andrew Tate? Have you seen this getting made? Has he actually been charged?
He's been charged.
with assault.
Yeah, but he hasn't been obviously convicted.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess he's just in jail.
Because I saw like on Twitter he was doing like a live stream yesterday, and I was like, I swear this man has just been arrested.
He was doing a live stream.
Yeah, he was just doing a live stream. Yeah, with Aiden Ross.
I think he got arrested.
I thought he got arrested.
I think that can't be true.
Bro, I'm telling you, I saw Andrew Tate tweet out saying like, I can't remember what he says when he starts the stream, like, oh, let's round everyone up or whatever, something like that. And he said live stream starting in like 5 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? I thought this man was.
Yeah,
locked up,
I thought he was locked up again because I know he was on like house arrest, but I thought they took him again. But you know,
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess he's just living his life now, innit? Because he's on thin ice.
Yeah, true. That's
So-
a good point. I got a question for you. I recently made the purchase of a PlayStation 5. Now, I've always people always say this argument, Xbox or PlayStation, for literally years, like so many years. I've always been sort of both. I had a PS3, then I had an Xbox 360. I'd sold the PS3 to buy the Xbox 360 to help pay for it. Then I realised all my mates were on Xbox, so I stayed on there for a bit. Then I got the Xbox One when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I sold that and then got a PS4 because I had a couple of mates to play PS4. So I jumped to PS4 for quite a while, for like a year or two. Then I moved back to Xbox when the Series X came out. So I was like, okay, I'm still playing this. And then I recently bought a PS5. So I do now have both. And I have to say, PS5 is better. There's no debate.
Yeah.
I'll say that now. PS5 is better with graphics, how fast it is, just it looks sick. Like, just everything about it is much better than the Xbox. The only reason I'm still on Xbox is because all my mates are. So that's the difference.
That's what I think. What's keeping Xbox alive is that most people are on Xbox because it's just easier.
It's more social, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a bit more social. Like I think PlayStation and I mean even PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, they were genuinely for the games. They were made to play the games at such a high
it wasn't
quality.
made to like chill your mates and have a laugh. Like,
Exactly. So Xboxes were more to socialize. I'd say it's more of a
Yeah,
social console. So I mean, I guess whatever pick you want. I have an Xbox One right now. I don't play on it that much at all because busy and stuff like that, right? I do have a Nintendo Switch, and the only problem I have with Nintendo
That is
Switch
good, actually. Yeah, carry on.
is the quality of it. The graphics quality is a bit shit. Ooh.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's all right, but it's not like the best. But then you could argue the reason that is because it's tiny.
My phone has got better quality than that.
Yeah, true. That's a good point,
Do
actually.
you know what I mean? But except from that, yeah, I love the Nintendo Switch. I can't be asked to get up on the chair, set it all up,
That's
put
facts.
all my monitors on. I just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
get it, and it's right here, and I'm playing it. Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
That's what I want.
But you can't play like a lot of the games you can on Xbox.
No, yeah, obviously, but
You know
that's
what
the thing though. As I'm getting older, maybe it's just like a thing that when people get older, that's what they experience. I don't really care about being in a party with like 50 people and stuff like that. I just want to kind of play my game. If someone, if I know someone else is gonna play gaming like Mario, racing mid game.
Yeah, that's true.
Those like simpler games. That's what I like. But yeah, I don't play that much. I'll be honest. I have like 4 games on my phone and that's it. I don't even play them.
I mean, I'd be so real. One of the only sole reasons I bought a PS5 was to play the Spider-Man games.
Yeah, you are a massive Spider-Man guy, right?
Are absolutely massive. I mean, you had the original Spider-Man game that came out in 2018. Then you had the Miles Morales one that came out in 2020. And then the third one, Spider-Man 2, is coming out this year in October. And I'm gassed. I'm all over those games. And I know half the people that have a PS5 is for that reason because you can only play those games on PlayStation. You can't play them on Xbox. They're like exclusive. Yeah. But yeah, Spider-Man's my guy, man. Those games are incredible, and the films, are incredible. The most recent, the Miles Morales animated one, Spider-Verse, across the Spider-Verse, whatever it's called. Oh,
yeah,
bro, that was amazing. Had everything I wanted. Metro Boomin, favorite artist, producer, doing the music for it. Favorite artist on it. Spider-Man, my favorite superhero. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was good. I watched it in the cinema. It was good. And I know your take on it, like it's the best movie ever. You're a massive guy about Spider-Man. For me, it was a good movie. It was a bit too confusing in the sense where I like how his animated like like a comic book,
Yeah.
right? But sometimes it gets a bit too much. There's a bit too much going on. Do you know what I mean? I like to know exactly what's going on at the right time.
I knew exactly what was going on.
No, but it's just a bit too much. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, all right. I got a test for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was like the basic story in it? Like, what was the main like story? Do you know what I mean?
Of the first one or the second one?
The second one, the most recent one. Like, what was the main story in it? Like, what was the main purpose of the film?
Basically, Miles Morales goes and tries to get Gwen,
Yeah.
right? He doesn't because she becomes an agent,
Yeah.
right? And now he wants to be an agent as well because he's such a good Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But the big guy, what's his name? The big Spider-Man.
Oh my god, it's called Spider-Man 1999.
Oh, he doesn't know.
2099. But he's called Miguel.
Miguel, he's got some
Yeah.
Mexican name. Yeah, I thought. And he's like, nah, I'm not having you.
Yeah.
And then all the OG ones, all the OG characters from the first comic Spider-Man, trying to help him.
Yeah.
Trying to help him achieve his goal. I can't remember how it ended, I'll be honest.
What? I mean, doesn't seem like you were confused. You knew the story.
Yeah, no, but some scenes, right? Like when he's going on the train, when he's grappling on the train,
Yeah,
it's going
yeah.
up. It's like, how long is that fucking train? Do you know what I mean? Like, the scene was a good 15 minutes.
Yeah,
The train was just going up and up.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
I get what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I like it. I can appreciate those type of movies. I can appreciate MCU. I like MCU. Right? They will never be as good as like real life movies that kind of relate to like real life stuff.
Yeah, I think do you know what? I can agree with that. To be fair, even though it is like top spot for a film, the newest animated Spider-Man, but I can agree that real life movies, say like the Captain America films and stuff like that, like they are up there. Yeah, they're like, I don't know if they're better than it for me, but I can see where you're coming from because I think the reason why these animated Spider-Man films did so well is because it was so different.
Yeah.
It was so different to begin with, and for the genre it's in and the style, they smashed it. So it's kind of like where it's new, it's fresh, it's something new that cinema hasn't seen before, and they've done it to perfection, which is why I think so many people enjoyed it and it went so big.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I just think they definitely cater towards like
Younger.
our age.
They're
Like,
young, I'd say.
young, yeah, but like with the type of music, having Metro Boomin do it, even to the fact like wearing Jordans and things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's all that demographic of trying to like capture our age, that audience into watching the film, which again they managed to smash because I love it and I know half people my age around the world love it as well. So I don't know, it's good. But what is your like top MCU film as you're on the topic?
Oh, top MCU films.
There's a lot to choose from.
So we're not talking any series, just films, right?
Yeah, just the main film.
Well, I mean, okay. So first one is Infinity War. Is everyone's top one? It makes sense because everyone's there,
Yeah.
right?
What Infinity War over Endgame?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Endgame was good. Well, I mean, with the amount of people it had in, the amount of stars and characters,
The thing
it
is,
wasn't that great.
Nah, that was a good bit. The thing is, you didn't experience that in the cinema.
Obviously, I didn't.
Infinity War is a better film, but for a film experience like I witnessed, Endgame was 10 times better. Every moment the crowd were cheering, clapping. It was the best atmosphere ever.
You know what? You know what I would say, right? I mean, it's impossible because both movies were like 3 hours long, right? But if it was made into one movie, that might have been the best movie in history.
It would have been like 7 hours.
Yeah, but it would have been like the best movie in history ever.
Yeah, true.
Because it makes sense,
point.
like, because you can't just cut off when Thanos does that. I mean, spoiler alert, but when Thanos does that, you can't just cut off, everyone's dead, and then the next movie you have to wait next year.
Yeah, but that's the point. It's a cliffhanger. It wants people to watch the next one when it comes out. Then when it comes out, it makes it such a good story. Like, it's been a story over a whole real life year. Because everyone's like, what the hell's happening? What's going on? Like,
I get it. It's just if it was all in one go, or if it was like a TV series, like break it up in like 30-minute TV series, that would be great. But yeah, so Infinity War 1. I like Guardians of the Galaxy, number 1. I know loads of people love number 3.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do, what is your top 5 MCU films?
Okay, so we bounce off to each other. So we go number 5, number 5 for me, number 4 for you, number 4 for me.
Now you do your top 5, I'll do my top 5.
Okay, so we do 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
Yeah. Do 5 to 1.
5 to 1. Okay,
number 5.
Can I just check? Let me check.
He's already
Obviously,
forgotten.
you can cut it out a little bit, but let me try and get some.
The thing is, all the films are so good.
Would you count yeah, so like Homecoming, that's
Yeah.
that's
Every MCU film.
okay. Let me get them up. Let me get it in a cinematic universe.
Cinematic order.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
tough.
Can I go from top to bottom?
Okay,
So
yeah.
number
from-
1 to
from
number
1 to
5.
5, yeah.
So Infinity War number 1 as my MCU movie. Number 2, I will give it Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
The first one.
Yes. Number 3, I think I'm going to take. It's a difficult one, but I think I'm going to take Civil War.
Yeah,
That's number 3.
That's okay. Okay, yeah, that's good.
Number 4, I'm going to take Iron Man 1. Iron Man 1, it's just.
It's cool, yeah, but
I like the initial bit when he gets captured by terrorists. That's the type of movie I
you're
like.
more real, innit?
Yeah, so that's the type of movie I like, and like the fact they just made like a robot
yeah,
whilst
okay,
being held
yeah.
captive, that was incredible. And I would say, this is left field for most people. I think most people know this movie's good,
Yeah.
but they probably wouldn't put it top 5. It's Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I really like
yeah.
Shang-Chi.
That's a good film, man.
Because it
fighting
was
in
quite
it's
real. It's just a normal guy who just is strong and can fight. And then obviously when he gets with his dad, spoiler alert, obviously when he gets with his dad, he's got powers.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked. So it'll go Infinity War number 1.
Yep.
Number 2, Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Yep.
Number 3, Civil War. Number 4, Iron Man 1. Number 5, Shang-Chi.
Okay.
What's yours?
Okay.
I want to know.
Do you know, it's kind of similar.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's not actually.
All right, it's not similar.
I would say. I think it's pretty obvious one. Spider-Man: No Way Home, number 1.
You're a big Spider-Man, yeah, obviously.
I mean, yeah, for me being a Spider-Man guy, and also just because of nostalgia, like I watched Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire when I was younger, like as a kid. My dad introduced me to the Spider-Man films when I was like, I don't know, when I was a jit. But I got introduced to them young, and it's just nostalgia seeing them come back. So that's Spider-Man: No Way Home, number 1.
That's number 1.
Number 1. Infinity War, number 2.
Yeah.
I could go boring. I could just say Endgame, number 3.
You can if you want. I would
Okay.
not have Endgame.
Spider-Man: No Way Home, number 1. Infinity War, number 2. Endgame, number 3.
Got 2 more.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3,
Okay.
number 4. And number 5. It's where it gets tough. Because there's a lot that could take that spot.
Because now you're going from S tier to A tier.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
And there's a lot of A tier movies there.
This is tough, man.
It's got to be one of them. I could have said for my number 5 instead of Shang-Chi, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Like, it literally could have been that even.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of want to say Civil War, but the first Black Panther's up there, man.
I like Black Panther. I liked it, but mostly because of Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
That's because he acted great. Like, he was a great villain.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
He was a great villain. That's why.
I think I'm going to have... Oh, man, there's too many good ones.
Okay, let me...
So, I think I'm going to have to go Civil War number 5, but I'm going to have to, like...
There are some Ant-Man movies.
Do a little duel, like, Black Panther and Civil War number 5, you know what I'm saying?
No Ant-Man's. Ant-Man's is actually my favourite character, but he doesn't have my favourite movies.
It's cool, but I'm like, they're such mid films. They're not bad, they're not amazing, they're just like, they're decent films. Like,
he's my favourite character, but quite mid movies.
Favourite character? My man can literally just shrink small and go big.
And go really big.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
You know what I mean? Pause. Anyway, I don't know. I like it. And I like the science behind it, the quantum science behind it. It's quite cool.
It's quite cool.
But yeah, I have a question to you about movies again, because I recently watched. I'm late to this, but I recently watched the Joker movie that came out 2019
banger.
or 2020.
Yeah.
You say banger. I think it's a great movie, right? But it lacked a lot of action.
It's not meant to be an action
But-
film.
but
The
that's-
Joker isn't meant to be like action. It's about
I
mental health.
it's about craziness, right?
Well, it is about mental health. It's about him being a flipping psycho. And
Yeah,
he
I
can't
know.
Take his meds, so he goes like crazy.
Yeah, but what I want to point out is that for a movie that is said by a lot of people, like just you said, like it's a banger, it's really good, yeah. and it misses the action part, and that's such a massive part. Like the only excitement I really got from it is when he again, spoiler alert, when he killed those 3 guys on the train.
Yeah, I think what's happened with that, right?
It's a second movie, obviously.
Well, no, yeah, but in your mind, you've literally watched back to back every MCU film for the first time, right? Pretty much, like recently, yeah. So I think in the films that are kind of linked to like superheroes, you're like your brain is expecting action. Your expectation is there has to be action in this film because it's linked with like Batman or whatever, right? So I think you've gone into the film thinking, cool, gonna be another kind of superhero movie type of thing. There's gonna be some action, things like that. But it's actually not. Like, the Joker's just a guy who's got a mental illness and just goes crazy.
Yeah, okay, but like
he hasn't got any powers or anything like that. He's just like a normal guy, just insane.
All right, yeah. I mean, okay. Give me your take on this, because before I watched the Joker movie, I watched The Dark Knight, right?
Yeah.
And in The Dark Knight, the Joker is incredible. There's action, there's feelings, there is expressions, right? And again, like, it's a Batman movie, but the Joker was, the second main guy there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he actually does stuff.
Of course, but it's a Batman movie. This is like a Joker origin, how he became the Joker.
I know, but it's a good movie. It's not a banger, though.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. It's not a banger.
When it came out, it was a bit nuts, so people didn't expect it to be like so, not gruesome, but like, it was quite dark.
Yeah.
It was quite dark. Like, it was like, oh shit, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the scene where he gets the scissors and just like stabs that midget in the eye or whatever it is.
No, the big guy.
The big guy, yeah. Like, everyone was like, what the hell? Like, and he's just laughing, and so that was a bit nuts.
Okay, who do you think played Joker better?
Oh, Heath Ledger, 100%.
Heath Ledger, exactly.
Heath Ledger, 100%. You know he died.
Well, yeah, he died the same year that movie came out.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So, rough.
But yeah, that he was no one would be able to top that Joker. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix did a good job in the Joker, but
his body was so weird though. His body is like physique.
He had to like lose all that weight.
Yeah,
he wasn't fat, but he was like quite chubby, and he had to lose all that weight for the film.
Yeah, it was, just the physique is a bit scary. So I guess
I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah, I guess that's
the whole point. Yeah, I remember that film being banned in America as well because of mental health. He was painting a bad picture of like mental health or something. Yeah. I think it got banned. Like, it was out for a week in America, and then it just.
It's not banned anymore.
Took it out of the cinema. No, you could watch it on Netflix or wherever it's being streamed to. But yeah, I think they banned it in cinema.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny, really. But
hey, top level movies, isn't it? Like I've recently got into those superhero DC Marvel movies. Next one up for me. So I want to watch a couple more DC and Marvel movies. Just so I know them. So, like, especially the most popular ones. So if someone mentions them, I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But what I'm trying to get at, because I've never watched it in my life, I've never even understood it in my life. Everyone loves it. Everyone I've talked about loves it. Is Star Wars.
Oh my god, you haven't seen a Star Wars film?
Never watched a single thing.
We've been talking about films for weeks because you started watching MCU. That's never even crossed my mind to talk to you about Star Wars. Well, have you never watched a Star Wars film?
I've never watched a single, no Star Trek, no Star Wars.
Nah, not Star Trek, done that, but Star Wars, that's good.
But that's the thing that I need to. I've been a really like TV show guy. Like, name me like a top level TV show, and I've watched it, right? But movies, I need to get into it a bit more, like, because like TV shows, they're longer. It's like a season is maybe like 10 hours, right? So that's what I'm used to. I'm not really used to like just 2.5 hours, and then that's the whole story.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So. Trying to get into Star Wars in a couple
Star Wars
months.
is sick, man. We need to watch those. Star Wars is incredible.
But what makes it so incredible? Because I never really understood it. Without spoiling anything.
Bro, you got to... Honestly, I can't just tell you. Like, it's... I think one big thing of it is emotion. Like, the whole story continues from the first film to the 6th... to the 9th.
There's 9 films?
Yeah. Well, there was... So, right, what basically happened, right? Imagine... So you had the first 3 films, yeah? We'll call that batch 1.
Yeah.
You had the second 3 films, 4, 5, and 6. We'll call that batch 2. Yeah, and then you had films 7, 8, and 9, which most recent.
Yeah.
Call that batch 3. Yeah. So there's 3 batches: 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Batch 2 came out first.
Before batch 1.
Yeah. So imagine like the second half of the story came out first, and then the first half did. So that's the order you have to sort of watch it in. We don't have to. You can watch it in chronological order. It doesn't matter. But that's how they came out in cinema. That's how they released them.
So okay, so what I'm getting there is that the second batch is to do with the previous life of the people from the first batch, right?
Technically, yeah. I
So
mean,
just
yeah,
going
yeah,
back
yeah,
in their
yeah,
life.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
So like just like what happened with the Joker movie. So we have all the Batman movies with
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
Joker,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then this
Basically,
most
yeah,
recent Joker movie is about his past.
yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
But the Star Wars films, incredible. The last three, the most recent ones, meh. They're still good, but not as amazing as the original ones.
But what do you think makes it so meh? Because like I haven't seen like a good superhero movie since
Basically,
like
yeah.
2018.
I mean, they're not. It's not a superhero movie.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean, like
It's the way. It's
fiction.
literally like it's real life, but they're just. It's the real life is different. They're Jedi's. They have some powers. It's not superhero. It's just like, imagine what the world now like normal, but just people have. It's just different. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not like one man turns a superhero and saves people. That's a superhero.
Yeah.
It's just. It's like you got the Republic, which are good. Then you have the Empire, which are the bad guys, right? And it's just half. It's like imagine politics. Yeah, you got Labour and Conservative. So imagine half the world were Conservative and half the world were Labour, and each of them had powers, and they were just fighting each other.
Yeah.
One's trying to take over the other. That's literally all the Star Wars films are. But the stories are incredible. Oh my god, they're so good. But the most recent three didn't do as well because people just expected lightsabers and like more action, like you're saying.
Don't know what that means, but yeah.
You know what a lightsaber is?
Yeah, I know.
The typical thing they hold like a fucking.
Well, so in the past 3 movies there was no sword.
No, there was, but just in the original ones there was more of it, and it was more emotional. People connected to it more than they did the most recent three.
Fair enough.
I don't know whether because it's nostalgia based and because the old ones look a bit more old fashioned that people didn't like the new ones or something. I don't know, but yeah, Star Wars.
Well,
Star Wars is great.
taking it a little a different type of dive into the water for you. We've been talking about superheroes.
That was a saying, crikey.
It's a saying.
Yeah.
We talk about superhero movies. Now, come in my world, non-superhero movies, right?
Right.
Non-animated, no, not even like Lego movie type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
What is your favorite movie? And don't say Christmas movies.
Christmas movies bang though.
They're
but
up
it's
there,
not,
but
it's not a Christmas movie.
That has to be real
Are we
life.
talking just movies or series as well?
Just movies.
Okay, just movies.
Because that's I thought you're
Strictly
the movie
just like
guy.
kind of like real life movies.
Yeah, so I'd say like a 1 or 2 off. So it has to have like a sequel or just has that one movie.
Shawshank Redemption's up there.
I've never watched that. I will watch it very
That's
soon.
crazy. Shawshank Redemption is unreal. I could be wrong in saying I can't. I watched it years ago, but I remember it. I'm not quite. I can't quite remember if it's Tom Hanks that's the main guy in it. But do you know what it's about at all? It's basically you watch Prison Break, right? Imagine that in a movie.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've heard that before. People talking about that.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched it. It's obviously IMBD. Is that what it's called?
IMBD, yeah.
IMBD top 50 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So obviously it's on my list. But yeah, you know what? I think it will be a good movie to watch. Obviously I can't comment on that because I haven't watched it. Anything else?
I want to know your top.
Oh, my top.
Yeah, your top normal movie. I can imagine it being like
Die
The
Hard.
Godfather or
Die Hard
something.
number
Die
one.
Hard.
Die Hard number 1.
See, that's something I've never watched. I can't lie.
Die Hard number 1 is like if you were gonna put like my taste in a movie,
I swear.
what I exactly like.
Who's the main actor in that? I can't remember his name.
I'm
now.
Bruce Willis.
It is Bruce Willis, yeah.
It's Bruce Willis, and then I mean it's beautiful. So basically, let me explain it to you without spoiling it, right?
Yeah.
Bruce Willis is just a cop, just a regular cop,
Yeah.
right? And but he's like secretly like a badass, but no one knows that.
Yeah.
Not even him. He knows that. He goes to find his wife, who works at this massive hotel.
Yeah.
So let's take like I don't know, like the Shards, like a massive hotel like that, and he goes there on Christmas Day to surprise her and have be with her on Christmas.
Yeah.
And he's just meant to be there as a visitor, and all of a sudden on Christmas Day, a group of like 10 Germans get in the building and just take everyone hostage.
Is it set in like modern times? Or are you talking?
No,
about?
this movie was made in like 1984, 1985.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
And then there's obviously the second one, which was based in an airport. so like something like Gatwick.
Yeah.
Imagine that same scenario by Gatwick. And the third one is with Samuel L. Jackson. He's the second main guy in the movie.
Really?
Basically, it's just
What a
him
legend.
and Samuel L. Jackson, and this guy calling them up from like payphones all around New York City saying, "I have a bomb there. Go to that place, or I will blow it up." So
That's
making them go
crazy.
to spot to spot.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't know why I've never watched it because they're so highly rated. But you were telling me no Christmas films. That's a Christmas film.
It is a Christmas film. It is a Christmas.
Well,
So okay,
yeah.
okay. Do you want me to get like something that's
Well, I don't know.
not
People
related?
say it's not a Christmas film. Some people say it is. So I'm like torn.
Okay.
Like I've never seen it, so I can't.
You
know
should
what I'm
clip
saying?
this because I'm about to have a massive statement, right?
Go ahead.
Die Hard 1 is a Christmas movie because if it wasn't a Christmas movie, Bruce Willis, who plays John Wayne. John Wayne? No. It's not John
You're
Wayne.
thinking of flipping Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Is it John Wayne? God, let me check because I can't get this wrong. It's my favorite movie.
His favorite movie.
Oh
doesn't
my
even know the
God.
name.
No, okay, 1 second. Die Hard. I swear it's not John Wayne.
I can't help you with
His
that
name
one,
is John McClane.
Oh,
Close.
it rhymed.
Close.
John Wayne,
Right.
John McClane,
So,
John Shane, John Bain.
So, Die Hard is a Christmas movie because if it wasn't Christmas, John McClane would have never gone into that tower to visit his wife. He went there because it was Christmas. That's why he visited his wife. Therefore,
Yeah, but-
nothing would have happened if it
yeah,
wasn't
but
Christmas.
The argument is that the film's not about Christmas.
Hey, look, the initial part is he's there because it's Christmas.
Yeah,
and
but
celebrate
the main
Christmas.
film is about hostage situation.
Well, yeah.
It's not about Christmas. Like a Christmas movie, like Jingle All the Way, where it's about Christmas lights and who can have the best Christmas lights.
Yeah,
and
but-
Santa comes down.
But that's like a
That's a
positivity
Christmas
movie.
movie.
That's a positivity movie. This is like an action-packed movie. So I mean, I guess you could say it kind of is because without spoiling it too much, there's a scene where he kills a guy and he's upstairs and the bad people downstairs. He puts the guy's body on an elevator, brings it all the way down, so when doors open,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
can see him. With writing saying like "Merry fucking Christmas" to you guys, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's got Christmas vibes to it.
Yeah, but the only reason it's got Christmas vibes to it is because it's set at Christmas. It's not a Christmas film. It's just, so you're telling me, imagine the same film was set in the summer. It's just sunny.
Yeah.
You're telling me, oh, that's a summer film. It's not, is it? It's just the time. It's the time of year it's set in. It doesn't mean it's a Christmas
it
film.
affects a lot of things because just why people were there, why people acted the way they did. It's because it's Christmas. Like everyone got together there because they made like a massive payout on Christmas, so everyone got a lot of money. That's why everyone.
Yeah,
was
I
there.
guess.
It's-
I don't
it-
know.
it-
Like I said, I mean, I've never seen it. I'm just going to base on what people said.
Trust me,
So-
you have to watch it.
I have to watch it and make my own
Now,
judgment.
Let me ask you this: an underrated movie, not
Underrated.
definitely your top 5, top 10, but something that people shit on, but you think it's great.
It's tough. I think there's a lot. It's hard to pinpoint just one.
Underrated. So I mean,
I'm just running through movies in my head, and every movie I'm thinking about isn't underrated.
well, something
Like,
like
it's really good.
something like,
like,
I would
famous.
say like something like Shang-Chi. Obviously, we talked about it. It's underrated. It's really good MCU
it's
movie.
underrated, but it's still made stupid amount of profit, and so many people saw it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm saying underrated, and it's like most people don't think it's good, but you actually think it's great. Well, maybe Shang-Chi. Loads of people do think.
I was gonna
Shang-Chi's
say,
good.
yeah, I don't really know. I'd say underrated. It's a Netflix movie. Extraction.
Oh, the one
Chris
with Tyler Rake.
Who?
Tyler Rake.
Rake.
Extraction. With Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, yeah.
Yeah, his name is Tyler Rake.
Yeah, I was confused then. I thought you were saying the actor's name, and I was like, wait, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thing is, it's hard to say because it's not like talked about everywhere. But it's Netflix's most watched film, so I'm like, well, it's not underrated then. But it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Most watched film of all time.
Yeah.
Really?
Most watched film on Netflix is Extraction.
It's like, you can't have that as underrated, can you? Then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like, it's no one. When a new Spider-Man film comes out or a new Marvel film comes out, everyone's talking about it. Have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? No one goes, oh, have you seen Extraction yet?
Okay, well, I
But
guess
it's still the most watched film on Netflix. So what? That's
I'll
what I
change
mean,
the question.
Underrated, like.
I'll change the question. It's like a movie that no one's really watched. You've watched like a one-off. Like you don't know who the director is. You don't know any actor there.
Yeah.
But you're like, oh shit, this is a sick movie, and no one knows about it.
I don't know if I've watched any films like that though.
So you've only watched mainstream stuff.
Yeah, and well, mainstream stuff and like somewhat mainstream. Yeah, like I've watched series on Netflix and stuff.
Okay, then let's go series then.
Um,
There's got to be some series that's underrated. I have a couple. I mean, I'm a series guy.
is Outer Banks underrated?
No, that's Banks is one. It's a main one. It's a mainstream one.
It
I mean,
is,
Sarah
innit?
Banks.
See, this is where facts. This is where like
Sarah
like
Banks?
it's hard to say
Sarah
because
Cameron.
most series is like mainstream. They just have different audiences. I don't.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay, give me your one then.
I mean, this is mainstream like 10 years ago. Now it's not. A series called Homeland. I mean, it's my type of stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
terrorist type of
My
stuff.
dad's watched that. Yeah.
It's incredible. Like, I wanted to show my mum because my mum will love it, but you can't get it in Italian language. So it's a bit
Yeah,
shame. But actually, for that, hold on with it because I have made a list
on,
of my
Max.
top 20 TV series.
Let me read that out.
It's not 100% right, but
Have you watched all of these?
oh yeah,
What's number one? Mindhunter. What's that?
Mindhunter, the most underrated, the best quality, like second per second TV show of all time.
Right. I'm just looking at any ones I don't agree with here. Yeah, Breaking Bad's up there.
Mm-hmm. Breaking Bad is not as
You're putting Stranger. You're putting the Office over Stranger Things. The Office is a series, but I would hardly say it's a series. It's like I'm talking to a mate watching The Office.
well. Listen though, right? Because people would say like Stranger Things is a lot of quality, right? It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
It's got a lot of quality. The Office hasn't got Stranger Things type of quality. Not the same production, not the
Yeah, of
same
course, yeah,
dynamics,
it's
right?
different,
But the
yeah.
quantity. You got
They've
10
done
seasons.
with what they got with like.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you got 10 seasons and 7 of them. Steve Carell was there,
Yeah.
and he's quality. So the quantity is right there.
Okay, I feel like Brooklyn Nine-Nine should be higher.
I can't say that because I go to sleep, listen to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so it's in my head.
Yeah. Better Call Saul. Okay, respectable position. I will say.
It's good. It's
Do you
not
know what is
Breaking
missing on
Bad.
here? Which I don't know if you've actually seen.
Tell me.
Black Mirror.
I have not seen Black Mirror.
Bro, Black Mirror is like easily out this list, like number 7. I'll put, yeah. Actually, no. Power's better than it. Oh, so
Have you watched Power?
I watched like half of it
Mm.
back in lockdown.
Power's guys.
Nah, Black Mirror. The people watching this will know that Black Mirror should be higher on this list.
Really?
Yeah, I mean you've never seen it. It's
No, I've never
I
seen
can't even explain it because every episode's a different story.
I also do not have Game of Thrones. I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Neither have I.
So I can't
speak
say
on
that. I can't say.
Friends, that's classic. Yeah.
Classic.
I mean,
I
again,
do-
I would argue say it could be higher, but
But I have
Not my
Seinfeld.
era,
Have you ever
so-
seen Seinfeld?
Who?
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. It's like number 6 or something like that. It's top 10.
Oh, I thought you put it at number 4. I've never even heard of it.
Seinfeld. Oh, the OG. It's a 90s rated. It's a 90s movie, right?
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
series. It's like it's you know how Friends is. So it's like
Yeah.
people that are friends with each other and they just chat shit. That's Seinfeld was the originator of Friends.
Really? Swear.
Was what? Yeah, because they wouldn't have made Friends. So many people
Yeah.
from Friends were like one episode stars in Seinfeld. They came in for
Yeah,
one
yeah.
episode, and then that's
right,
what they casted them as
I
Friends.
get you. Yeah.
So it was the OG one.
Outer Banks is there.
I mean, you know,
Never
you know
seen
why.
Jack Ryan, but I've heard good things about it.
Jack Ryan. That's my guy.
Money Heist, never seen it.
It's good. It's good. How? What do I have Money Heist on?
20.
Yeah, it's. I was gonna say it's probably the lowest.
Yeah, like mid.
Yeah, it's. It ain't the
I mean,
best.
I'll change things about this list, but I think it's pretty good. You got Stranger Things number 9 out of 20. Mate, that's top for me. For me, right, out of the shows I know, my top 5 out of the shows that you got on here,
Yeah.
Stranger Things number 1, Prison Break number 2, which
Yeah.
you've got Prison Break number 2. The Office number 3, because mate, that
It's not
cracks me
chatting
up.
shit about.
That
You're
cracks me
chatting
up
shit
so
about it.
much. Nah, I was saying you've got Stranger Things lower than The Office. So I put Stranger Things above The Office, but Office is still
okay.
number 3 because mate,
It's
the
quality is
it's
there.
so funny.
It's so funny.
It's so
I'm
funny.
telling you.
I'll probably put number 4. Oh mate, that's hard. Probably put Breaking Bad number 4
Yeah, I mean that's understandable.
and number 5, Outer Banks. I think.
Why? Why would you put them
Outer
Outer Banks number 5?
I don't know. I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. It's kind of. I like the story. It's emotional, but it's real life as well. Like it's not.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I like, innit? Like it's more believable that people actually trying to like search for gold. Do you know what I mean? I'll spoil that, but people trying to search for gold. It's not like you got some alien coming down from the sky, killing everyone.
True, but then that is sick as well. Because
It's got its own
not going to
times.
happen, so it's cool to see it.
Have you ever seen Independence Day with Will Smith?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
Nah,
It's about aliens.
I've
It's
never seen
sick.
Inception either.
I've never seen Inception either.
But you're the first person that I've ever seen that hasn't watched it.
No, I haven't.
It's the one with it's Inception, and what's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio, the business one? Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Never.
Wow.
To be fair, I pretty much seen the movie on TikTok because I found one of those pages that has each clip,
Yeah,
and I've sat there for like 2 hours watching each clip. So I'm pretty sure I've seen the whole
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, no, yeah. Sometimes you gotta do that. You know what I mean? Like you just have
Exactly.
to. Okay, last thing before we wrap this up. It's been a movie episode. It's been a TV show episode, right?
For sure.
Actors.
Okay.
Top 3
Interesting.
actors for you, and you have to include one female for diversity.
Well, just for me to be inclusive.
Yeah,
Christ.
exactly. Yeah, 2023.
All right. Oh god, that's tough, man. There's so many. There's so many.
Exactly.
I want to say.
Let me think.
Oh man, it's so tough. There's too many, man.
Put you on the
There's
spot.
so many people that could go number one.
Put you on the spot, mate.
This podcast might be 2 hours long after. Oh, I don't know. See, okay. You're not gonna understand because you've never seen Star Wars, but the people might understand. I want to put Ewan McGregor number one, right? He doesn't deserve it, but just because of Star Wars, he does deserve it.
Okay. All right.
I don't know, man. Everyone's gonna get pissed off with that, but some people can understand why because him and Star Wars was sick. Number 2.
They don't have to be mainstream. It could be just personal to you.
Yeah. I like Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, is it just because of the MCU?
No, that. But I think the other films he's been in have been sick as well.
Yeah, that's
Again,
true.
he was one of the main characters in Star Wars.
Have you watched Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, I did in the school actually. Yeah, when I did media. So
there you have Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was in Pulp Fiction. Killed it. For me, that's like Pulp Fiction was gonna be
Yeah, he did,
mid.
but
Without Bruce Willis, it would have been mid. For
yeah.
me.
Number 3. If there was a live action Miles Morales, whoever plays him, I'd say him. But number 3, man. Number 3. I don't know.
Go.
Does it? Oh, screw that. Diversity in that.
Screw that.
Now, there's some really good girl actors out there.
Yeah.
I don't know any.
Oh,
Margot
goodness me.
Robbie. I don't know.
That's. I mean, it's
pretty good
mainstream.
shout,
But
yeah,
she's
yeah,
sick. She's actually sick.
Number 3. Oh, mate. I think Keanu Reeves has to be up there for John Wick.
He's a great actor.
Or Tom Cruise. Because he does all his own stunts. He does
Yeah.
everything. And man's like nearly 60. Like
He's 60, mate.
mid-60s. So
He's
it's like,
got more head than me, though.
that's sick.
But okay, that's fair enough.
Actually, have you ever seen Back to the Future?
Yeah, I can't remember it though. It must have been like
Fair play.
10 years
I
ago.
was going to say Michael J. Fox has got to be up there as well.
Yeah,
But
but is it just because of that movie though? Because he hasn't really been in many movies.
I mean, those movies were so good. Like, it makes them that good. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true,
Some
that's
people
true.
can have one movie and have a banger. So
That's true. For me, number 1 spot, it's one of these guys, and whoever doesn't get in is not number 2.
okay.
Because my number 2 is my personal favorite.
Okay.
So for number 1, it's either Matt Damon or Bruce Willis.
Matt Damon's a shout. Have you seen Jason Bourne?
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. But that's the thing. Like, I love Jason Bourne. I love Die Hard. It's
Yeah.
one of them. But I like Die Hard more. So I'm gonna have Bruce Willis there. Matt Damon as honorable mention.
Yeah.
Number 2, a personal favorite of mine is Miles Teller. I really like.
He's good, but he's kind of mid.
I really like the movies he's in. Like, I don't know.
Fair
Maybe
play.
they're just funny. They suit my style.
Yeah.
As a girl, I haven't thought about this. I mean, I could go with Margot Robbie because she's probably been one of the go-to ones. Let me think. Is there any old school? You know what? I don't know if you ever watched the movie Red. Have you ever watched the movie Red?
No.
So the main old woman from the movie Red, you can put it up on the screen. The main old woman from
Yeah.
the movie Red. I'll get it up right now, so you know, because you definitely recognized her. She's old, but it's mostly because she's been in so many movies.
My hay fever's been going crazy. How could you be allergic to pollen, man? Pollen's just life. You know what I'm saying? I'm too weak.
This one, this woman.
Oh, Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
Mirren, even. Yeah.
Goated.
I know who she is. Yeah,
Goated. She's in so many stuff.
She's in loads of stuff.
Exactly, that's probably why. And she
Do
does
you know
good
what?
stuff.
Another honourable. I'm going to give my honourable mention to Daniel Craig. Have you not seen James Bond?
Oh, James Bond, yeah.
Yeah. He's just goated. Like, it's top G status.
Yeah, it is.
So, I don't know. But that's been a very movie-filled
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Which
though.
I do. Yeah,
I like
yeah,
talking about
same.
movies.
I do as well. I mean, movies, they're just to relax and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
good fun, like cinema vibes and that. But yeah, it's been good.
No movies is as good as if you were gonna eat whilst watching a movie.
Yes,
you
that's
have to
facts. Good takeaway, good snacks, good sweets, good chocolate, good everything. Crisps. I like crisps. But yeah, I think that's been a pretty jam-packed episode. So we'll see you in the next one. Peace.